What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that y'all are doing amazing and that you're staying safe and staying sane at the same time. Guys, I'm super excited to be able to get a chance to just do this video. I feel like it's been a minute, you know, like when you're used to doing something and then all of a sudden you've not done it in a while. It feels like it's been forever, but it's not. So I am here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys something that's been in my heart for I think a few days now. And it's literally, like, the title is inspired by a book I read by Joanne Thatia. She's a Kenyan author, and it's called Damn Girl, Stop That. Like, stop it, stop. So I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy this video, so please stay tuned for more of this. So first of all, guys, I'm sure when you hear the phrase "damn girl, stop that," it's like, you know, it just gives you this idea of particular things that you are probably doing, or you know, people who are doing, and they are not beneficial to you, so it means that you should stop them, like yesterday. So I think for me, I don't even know how this idea came to my mind. I think a few days ago, and I was just seated and I was thinking, so many times women are so, like, we women have so much potential and so much to give to the world, but because of one reason or the other, we usually end up just being, you know, like mediocre or living average lives, because, you know, like, because we allow some things to limit us, and these things are all in our head most times. So I think I remember just sharing, I think it was on Thursday of this week, I posted on my Instagram. In case you don't follow me there, or on my LinkedIn, I really try to post content there as often as I can, so please check me out at Sharon Ngugi. And I was writing about don't settle, and basically the whole inspiration behind that was, don't settle for an average life, you know, like, don't settle for just being okay. If it's in your fashion, if it's in the way you speak, if it's in your travel, if it's in your finances, just refuse to settle for an okay life. You know, some of us, we've gotten, probably sometimes it's just life that's taken us to that point, and we've reached a point where we say, you know what, as long as I'm alive, as long as I'm breathing, it's okay, let me just survive. But the question is, did God create us and put us into this world to just survive? You know, I really feel like there's a verse in the Bible that says Jesus came so that we may have life and have it in abundance. And anytime I'm feeling discouraged, anytime I'm feeling like things are not working out as I would want them, anytime I'm just feeling like, what is all this madness that's happening, I remind myself, because I have Jesus in me, and because I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, like, I have life and I have it in abundance, because he said that he came to this earth so that we may have life and have it in abundance. So even before I start with these points that I've written down, I just want to encourage you to pursue a life of abundance. You know, like, an abundance does not necessarily mean that you have millions in your bank account. Abundance does not necessarily mean you're driving the best cars in the world, or even driving in, you know, at all. Like, it just means, I think it starts with the state of the mind, the state of your mind and the state of your heart. Are you living a life of scarcity in your mind and in your heart? Because truth is, the things that we think about the most manifest into our reality. So are you constantly thinking that, you know, you're not good enough? Are you constantly thinking that you don't have enough money, you don't have enough networks, you don't have enough of everything, and that has translated to your actual life, and you're living a life of scarcity? Or are you on the flip side, you've decided, you know what, this is my current situation, but this will not always be my story. You know, you're living a life knowing that you have been made for more and you have been created for more. So sometimes your situation at the moment does not look like what you'd want it to look like in the long run, but in your mind, you know that this is not my story, this is not my permanent situation. I am just passing through this test, or passing through this season. Eventually I will emerge stronger, and eventually I will do bigger things. So the first thing that I want you ladies and gentlemen who are watching my video to stop from yesterday is, stop taking everything personally. Let me tell you a story. I think when I was younger, and even right now, there's still some things that I struggle with, even in terms of taking things personally. You know, that things will happen to you, or someone will talk back at you in a rude way, and you start asking yourself, why did I what did I do to deserve that, or what did I do to warrant that? But sometimes it's just people that are going through their own issues. Everyone is fighting battles that nobody knows about, and if I come to you today and I'm speaking badly about you or speaking badly to you, it does not mean because you are a bad person or because you deserve that. Sometimes it's just the other person. It's the battles they're fighting, and that's why they project the things that they're going through or the insecurities that they have. So every time you decide to take everything personally, it's like accepting to carry baggage, accepting to carry issues that are not of your own. You know, even if I think also this applies a lot to the workplace. Probably you have a boss who's always picking on you. You have a boss who's always, you know, on your case, who's always saying you're doing this, you're doing that. You need to first pull yourself out of that equation and realize this is probably things that they are struggling with. These are probably insecurities they have. These are probably issues that they're battling with, and they can't come and tell you, you know what, my this and this is happening, and that's why I act like that. So it's up to you to know whatever is happening to you because of them is not your problem. So the moment you realize that everything is not personal, imagine you live your life with less stress, you live your life with less baggage. You're just able to focus on the core issues of your life. The second thing I'd really want you to stop is expecting favors because you're a woman. I think sometimes we take the gender equality thing too far, and you start expecting that people will treat you some type of way because you're a woman, or they'll respect you because you're a woman, or at work they'll give you favors, or they won't be too hard on you because you are a woman. You know, if you're going to expect gender equality, we had better do it the whole way. Yeah, like you need to learn that in as much as like you're a woman and you're a woman in the career you're in, people will not give you that promotion just because you're a woman. Like for example, we have, for the first time in history, we have a chance of getting a deputy president who is a woman. But are we as women going to vote for her because she's simply by virtue of the fact that she's a woman? I don't think that's the right way to do it, because we need to put leaders who have actual leadership qualities or characteristics, because without thinking that this person is a woman or a man, you know, like we need to know, okay fine, in terms of integrity, are you an integral person? Like whether you're female or not, if you're not integral, just because you're a woman, I won't give you that leadership position. You know, even at the workplace, just because you're a woman doesn't mean you'll be able to get that promotion. You need to be able to get things by merit. Like if it's in your business, do not expect that people will buy from you because you're a woman. Let people buy from you because they believe in the vision you have, they believe in the products you have, they believe in the quality you have, and they want to be a part of your story. So I think it's high time you realize that you withdraw yourself from the whole situation of being a woman and begin to actually work for the things that you're looking forward to achieving. Yeah, you put your you put your best foot forward, you work as hard as you can, and you'll be able to just create the kind of life that you want, because you are a person and you know exactly what you've come for in this life, right? The third thing is high-level self-criticism. I think, honestly, I was even having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just speaking about how we have such brilliant ideas in our minds, but unfortunately, so many people are never able to actualize these dreams or even make them a reality, because you are your highest self-critic. Like you're constantly, let's say I've shot this video and I'm thinking, oh my god, my face is shining over there, oh my god, my background doesn't look all nice, oh my god, my this, oh my god, my that. We are constantly thinking the negative side about the things we do and what we bring to the table, and this literally brings us back so many steps. It's like you're running a marathon and you keep going 10,000 steps forward, and then all of a sudden you're back to square one. You know, you're making such great progress, you're making yourself better, even in terms of like the way you speak, but every time you listen to yourself, you're just constantly saying, my voice sounds like this, my this and that. And imagine when other people from the outside look at you, they really just admire the person that you are. They admire the way you speak, they admire the way you work, they admire the way you interact with people. But when you're looking at yourself, you're constantly just putting yourself down. And you know, the one thing I've been really learning in my life is to be my biggest cheerleader, because you realize many people are focused on their own lives. Nobody has the time to constantly pat you in the back like, Sharon, good job girl, good job. And you know, for me, I'm coming from a point of one of my strongest love languages is words of affirmation. I love being told that I love you. I love being told, good job, girl. I love being told you look amazing. You know, all those words of compliments always get to my soul, and they just pump me and push me forward. But the older I'm growing, the more I'm realizing I need to first affirm myself. You know, like I need to be my greatest affirmation. I need to be my greatest cheerleader. Like when I do a piece of job, or when I shoot a video, I need to tell myself, girl, you sound so good, you look amazing, I love your poise, I love your posture, I love the way you interact in front of the camera. You need to be your greatest cheerleader, as opposed to being your greatest critic. Because let me tell you, this world is not easy. You will go out there and people will tell you all sorts of negative things. People will backbite you. People will stab you in the back. And if you join onto that bandwagon and be one of the self-critics, how are you even going to have the energy and the psyche to be able to move on in life? You need to always affirm yourself. You need to wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say you are beautiful. Say you are successful. You are audible. You are amazing. You are the best marketer in the world. You're the best this and that. Because once you have that affirmation as a person, even if you go out to the world and nobody gives those things to you, then you will still be comfortable. So don't look at yourself in pictures and say you're ugly. Imagine you're not ugly. God did not make anything that's ugly. When he made the world, he looked at everything and he saw that it was good. You are good in God's eyes. So if you are good in your Father's eyes, do you need anyone else out here to affirm you and remind you that you're pretty? You are beautiful. I mean, one thing that I also believe in is I am very generous with compliments, because I know how it feels to be able to be complimented by other people. So I try as much as I can to be able to love on other people in that way. But that does not mean that I will always get that in return. And even if I don't, I need to be able to be confident enough to know that, you know what, as in I am it. I am the bomb.com. I am a vibe. Everyone wants to, be with me, be around me, because I ooze positivity and positive energy. I need to always remind myself that. The fourth thing is stop comparing yourself to Instagram models. Girl, stop that. And in this particular point, we can speak about it, especially on the physical. I know there's, for example, something about weight loss. That's something that is very sensitive to people. Whether you're in the journey of weight loss or weight gain, you look at people on Instagram and they have these perfect bodies. You look at people on Instagram and they have this perfect skin. You look at people on Instagram and they just look like, like dolls. They look like princesses who've been removed from a certain world and placed onto earth, and they've been told to just navigate and find their way. But imagine, we only show you on Instagram what we want you to see. So you might be looking at someone and the angles they've taken, that's not how they look in real life, girl. That's not how they look in real life. So you're out here, you're judging yourself so harshly. You're out here, you're constantly criticizing yourself and saying that you're ugly, you're this, you're that. But when you look at this Instagram model, imagine they're being paid to do that. You're out here like destroying your life and making your life miserable because of someone who's actually making money from that. Like, you need to know that when you look in the mirror, you are your greatest competition. And I think you've had this over and over again, and probably it's become so cliche right now, but it's very important for you to know that, and to constantly know that the only person you're competing with is to be better than the person you were yesterday. Like, for example, if you're on a fitness journey, you don't need to compare yourself to a fitness model or someone who's constantly in the gym. Are you making certain progress? Are you walking towards the right direction in terms? So I'm sorry, I received a call, hence the interruption. However, you really need to remember that, like, these people are not you, and you are your greatest competition. So compete with that. Like, compete with becoming a better Sharon, compete with becoming a better Peter, better Moses, better Caroline, whoever you are, whoever's watching this video, just compete to be a better person than you were yesterday. And the moment you realize that, the moment you're able to live in that reality, it really rids you of so much pressure, it rids you of so much stress, it rids you of so much comparison. And that's actually the next point. The next point I'm speaking about is that's what I was speaking about. It rids you of so much comparison, and you're able to just live a free life and focus on the things that really matter. Focus on pursuing your purpose and living in your purpose and literally living an impact in your immediate sphere of influence. So the other thing is playing small so as to accommodate people. I think for me, I've struggled with this as well. Sometimes I'm scared of saying like what I do or the fact that I'm an author, because one, you feel like you're too young, and people will be like, so what advice were you giving to people with your small age? And you end up playing small, so that to us to make everyone feel like tuko pamoja, you know, we're in this together. Or for example, I think I saw something by Caroline Mutoko, and it really just changed my mindset. So it was a video where she was speaking about building an influencer brand that's, you know, great and all, and she gave an example with herself. For example, she drives a Prado, right? So if she goes and fuels, and of course right now fuel is really expensive, it's not how she would pay before. She will definitely see a difference in terms of the money she pays, but she was saying she can't come onto social media and start complaining how this government is, you know, is not doing their job, the fuel is so damn expensive, the cost of living is unbearable, because for her, she is able to afford that. In as much as it's crazy inflation, it has not really affected her to a point where she has to come and, you know, be so sad about it and complain about it and do all that, because she's able to afford it. So she needs to be real with herself, and she needs to know that I cannot come and say ati life is so hard, or I can't afford fuel, yet I can, so as to make everyone feel like we are in this together, we're all in this together. And that does not mean also that she will not go and try and make an impact, or rather try and, you know, elect better leaders so that you can have a better economical state. No. However, she will not pretend to be someone she is not, so as to make everyone feel comfortable. And that really made me think about a lot, you know, like we have been brought up in a society whereby when you actually state your accomplishments, or you state the things that you managed to achieve, it looks like you're braggadocious, but you're not. You're just saying the truth. And it also depends on the intention you have behind it. Remember, the thing I love about God so much is the fact that he looks at the heart. He looks at the intention behind everything. As human beings, will look at things at face value and will judge you by face value, but that's not how God works. God works by looking at your heart, looking at the intention behind what you've done, and literally just being able to make a judgment out of that. So it's important to know, be accommodative of everyone, but never play small so as to make everyone else feel like, you know, we're in this together, or we're all struggling, or we're all hurt, or we're all in bad marriages. If you have a beautiful marriage, don't be scared of saying it. And that's why we're seeing so much negativity around marriage, because people who are in actual good marriages are staying silent about it, because they're scared of looking like they are bragging, or they are, because I mean, like, you need to own your truth. And if your truth is that things are good, then they are. So do not say that things are bad so that you can fit into the whole narrative of things being hard and things being bad in our society. And finally, you need to stop accepting bare minimum, because you are afraid of being labeled as too much. And I think this is also in line with the previous point. So even there's some women who, for example, you're in a terrible relationship, and this relationship is toxic. It's making you become a bitter person. It's making you become sad, and you're just miserable. And you've decided to accept that because you don't want people to say you're too much. You're the one who's always leaving relationships. You are the problem. Vumilia kama wanawake wengine. You know, you need to know what your standard is, and you need to be able to accept that and only allow that to happen in your life. Because I really believe that we have the energy, we have the capability to accept the kind of energy that we want around us. If I'm going to surround myself with people who are negative, with people who are miserable, imagine that's a choice I have made. And I have the choice to also say, this is not the kind of energy I want to attract, so let me look within. Probably there's something about me that's making me attract these people. Let me look within, fix that issue, and then now I can go out there and attract better for myself. So I think it's very, very important to be able to discern and to know that you have a standard, and it's very important to maintain that standard. If you feel like this is not your place, if you feel like you're not comfortable going to certain places, it's okay. Like, don't just accept bare minimum because you're scared of people telling you, hey, you're too much, hey, you'll never get married, hey, your standards are, you're looking for an angel from heaven, you're doing this and that. Because we get such comments from people, and it makes women like lower their expectations, or lower their, as in you just become a totally different person because you want to fit into the crowd. Remember that you came to this world alone, and you will leave this world alone. And your journey between, as in you have one shot at life. Make sure you live your best life, as in whatever that means to you. Do not let anyone define that for yourself. And being an adult is having the power to be able to decide the kind of life you want, to decide the kind of friends you want, to decide the kind of love you want, to decide the kind of career you want. As in you have you have all it takes to be able to curate the kind of life you want to live. So yeah, girl, I hope you can stop this and all those other things that are limiting you from living your best life. I'm really passionate about seeing women get out of their comfort zones, growing, pursuing their purpose fearlessly, and becoming the best versions of themselves. I am really passionate about that, and I'm really hoping that I can walk this journey with all you women out there who are watching this video, all you men who are also watching this for you. You know, you can watch this and share it with women in your lives and just remind them that they were made for more, and they need to only operate in abundance, you know, because God came so that we may have life and have it in abundance. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it's inspired you to become a better version of yourself. It's inspired you to go after the things that set your soul on fire, and it's inspired you and reminded you that you are important. God made you for a purpose. You are here on earth to make this world a better place with your gifts, with the person you are, with your, as in just operate in abundance and operate in the grace and mercy of God, and everything else will fall into place. So thank you so much for watching this video. In case you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, turn it, if it's green, if it's red, it means it's not yet subscribed. If it's gray, it means you are on the track. And also please turn on notifications so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And let's keep growing this channel. Let's keep spreading the message of living unapologetically, a life with no regrets, living your best life, and just operating in abundance, because God came so that we may have life and have it in abundance. Until next time, goodbye awesome people. Stay safe, stay sane, and don't forget to live, love, and love. Till next time, goodbye.